Shalom, good evening. We're celebrating Yud Aleph Nisan, the birthday of Lubavitcher Rebbe, and I would like to share with you an insight on Pesach from the Lubavitcher Rebbe and the Agadah. You know, we have the four sons, and there is one that we call him a Rasha, the evil one. Why? Because he excludes himself from the ceremony, but he's there. Now, he asks, what is this work that you are doing? And we answer, because you exclude yourself, you don't make yourself part of the family of the Jews. So if you would have been in Egypt, you wouldn't have been redeemed. You would have stayed in Egypt, as we know that the majority of the Jews were not interested in going out with Moshe, and they died during the plague of darkness. So let's understand why we're telling him something so strong. The whole idea of the Seder is Zecher L'Tziat Mitzrayim, to remember the Exodus, how God took us out of Egypt and made us a nation. And seems to be that this kind of answer is saying, oh, you know what? If you would have been there, forget it, you would have not been part of the redemption, is pushing him away. And what we want the Seder is to bring people together. So we have to understand, be accurate on the words that we're using. We're saying, yes, in Egypt, only those who wanted to make themselves part of the congregation came out. And this is what we are remembering now. But the Jewish people are Banim Shel HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the children of God. And the connection between a father and a son, it's something so strong that cannot be broken. We don't divorce our parents, thank God, or they can't divorce us, even better. So this happened. We became Bnei Israel, we became the children of Hashem when we went out of Egypt. At that moment, there was an amazing revelation from God, and he connected with us in a very meaningful way. And he took us out of Egypt from being in a place of idol worshiping, because a son is a son, and doesn't matter what he does, the father will always love his son. And that's the relationship that was formed in Yetziat Mitzrayim during the Exodus. Now, those who deny the connection, they say, no, I'm not a child, I'm not a son, I don't want to be part of this. Then in Egypt, they were not redeemed. They stayed. But those who were connected with Hashem, they went out. And we say to the Rasha, to this difficult son, saying, if you were there, you would not have been redeemed. But after Yetziat Mitzrayim, our relationship with God changed. God says, Anochi Hashem Elokecha. I am Hashem, your God. Elokecha, no Elokeichem. Elokecha means singular, your like private God, your own God, and not in plural, meaning that God is our God of each and every Jew in a personal relationship. Why? Because when we came out of Egypt, God gave us amazing energy and powers. And even someone that is a Rasha, and even someone that denies his connection with God, now from this exile, from this diaspora that we find ourselves, he will not be denied, he will not be left in the diaspora, but will go with all the Jewish people and Mashiach. So this is exactly what we're telling him. We're saying, don't worry, you're so lucky. If you would have lived 3,332 years ago, then the situation is different. But now, when Mashiach is coming any moment, don't worry, doesn't matter what situation a Jew is, he will not be left behind. Everybody, every single Jew will be part of the Geulah, of the redemption, and this is an answer that brings him closer. So this is the whole idea of the Seder, to bring Jewish people together, and this is the way that the Rebbe educated our generation, that today we celebrate his birthday, L'chaim, that we must always look for the positive, always bring every Jew, even those who are far away, know such a thing, bring them, make them part of the Seder. And there's a very interesting story. There was an organization that wanted, after the Holocaust, to have an empty chair to remember the fallen during the Holocaust. And the Rebbe says, nonsense to have an empty chair. You know, the Haggadah talks about 4 children, but what about the 5th? There is a child that is not sitting at the Seder table. The Rasha, the evil one, the rebellious one, the difficult one, is difficult, but is sitting at the table. There is a 5th child that perhaps he doesn't even know is Pesach, and he's not interested, he doesn't know how to celebrate it. So we have the task to make sure that that 5th son is sitting at the table on the chair that would have been empty. The best way to fight against the Holocaust that was then and all the souls that we're losing now is to find them and bring them. And if you can't physically invite this series, I know it's very challenging, you can send matzah, you can cook and give food, you can provide, educate. We have on our website, chabadcb.com, all the links, how to make a Seder yourself, how to print an Haggadah, anything that you need. So let's show that tremendous Ahavat Israel, the love for every Jew that the Rebbe educated us to have, and is the principle of the Torah. And let's give him nachas, connect every single Jew with Hashem on this wonderful holiday that's coming of Pesach. If anybody needs any help to celebrate it properly, please let me know. It will be my pleasure to help. Thank you very much for watching. God willing, tomorrow, 10 a.m. and 8:30 p.m., we'll have a talk again. Laila Tov.